I always see Rob Hill Sr. quotes posted all over my Instagram and Twitter.
Now, granted, I'm somebody who has opinions on relationships, but I'm not about to sit here and say I'm an expert. You can't be an expert at people. We change every day. The presence of failure really only scares people who don't have a plan. It's all about what you do when you get scared. Some people fight, other people run. But the only people who ever make it to where they want to be are the fighters.
Major shout out to Rob Hill Sr. Make sure y'all get that book, I Got You.
Hey Rob, hey Rob. To see your show.
But we want to live a life that we don't need a vacation from. You're not going to be walking out of here crying, I promise you.
It's one of the things that I really wanted. When I first started being a writer, I said that I want my book on the New York Times. I want to be featured. I'm from Virginia. That's just not likely. But to be here right now, it's awesome.
My goal is to build a life I don't need a vacation from. Wise words from Rob Hill Sr. He's an author, a proud Navy veteran, an entrepreneur from Virginia. And this morning, he is going to kickstart our day with some positivity. Good morning, Rob. Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right. First of all, at what point did you decide or did you become this person that believes, listen, I can motivate others. I can just exude positive energy. When did this all happen?
I think very young, I learned that I could bring comfort to those who needed it. I spent a lot of my youth moving around. So I went to about 11 schools before I reached my final year of high school, which is 12th grade. And I lived everywhere from Germany to California to New Jersey to North Carolina. And in these different settings, I always found myself being someone that classmates or people around me could lean on for, whether that be wisdom, whether that be just something to laugh, just comfort. And as I got older in life, I started applying some of the collections of wisdom that I had down on the page. And it started really transforming lives for the people around me. And I just couldn't stop from there.
Yeah, your experience as a Navy veteran, how much did that impact you and how you reach out to people?
Wow, my experience in the service really impacted my view of leadership. I think probably before the service, I saw the leader as the one who would go first and be sitting at the top. And now I kind of see leader as one who's at the base and making sure the foundation is strong. So I think that just those experiences and the dynamic setting of being in the military really pushed the leader out of me and taught me how to care for people with kindness and service.
Yeah. Your life is a powerful story, Rob, because you started out sending out daily self-improvement emails to 22 people, and then that became 3,000. Now you have over 1 million people who are following you. Let's talk about the first publication that you did. Boy, getting that first book onto the shelf is always something else. What was the process like, and did you imagine it would be so successful?
No. So my first book, it actually took me about 8 months to sell just 500 copies. And it was moving slow, probably at a snail's pace. But what I knew was that a little progress was better than none at all. And I just decided to keep going. You know, I put out my next book within a year of that first one. And then things just kind of slowly but surely started to snowball. But the biggest part was word of mouth. When one person read it, they usually passed it on to another friend. And I really can't thank people for that type of enthusiasm when it came to making sure the message spread. The first major publication, I would say, Black Enterprise Magazine. They did a feature on me and the fact that I approached the self-publishing and independent publishing space with a new energy. So they definitely did a feature, and that was pretty big as far as my community and people being able to identify me as someone who can help them with their publishing goals as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you write books to inspire people. Your quotes are plastered everywhere on social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. But what books do you read?
So Dr. Miles Monroe, who is a phenomenal leader from the Bahamas, he wrote this book called The Fatherhood Principle that really blessed my life. I've also read 7,000 Ways to Listen by Mark Nepo. I've read a book that was very transformational called Better Than Before by Brene Brown. And A Course in Miracles. That is a collection of authors, but A Course in Miracles really just tries to shift people's perspective from fear to love.
Yeah. I'm reading here, Rob, that you put maybe 2, 3, 4 quotes a day. Sometimes people can't even find half a quote for a month.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
inspires you to come up with these gems? You just sleep and wake up and say, "Hey, this is what I'm thinking," or what's the
Well,
process?
well, I think the beautiful part is that you don't. If you have a bit of compassion and an open heart, you can see that we're all going through different things. You can see that we all face different challenges, and that we all. I like to say that my wisdom is alarm clock wisdom. You may know what time you have to wake up in the morning, but you're still going to set that alarm clock just to make sure you do it. So what I'm trying to put out is messages that people may already be familiar with, but I'm trying to time that message in a moment that it creates a shift within you. And I think that's probably just the art, just the service of it. You know, when I wake up, I understand that the world is going through things. I'm going through things. I'm not always feeling up. I'm not always feeling motivated, but I can decide to do something about that attitude. I can sit in it, or I can make a shift so that my day is productive.
Yeah, they say action speaks louder than words, but for some reason your words resonate louder than some action. What do you say to people now in this time? We're going through a global pandemic and some people are losing hope. What do you say to them?
I say that there's never been a better time to trust yourself. I know that we have been conditioned and sometimes taught that the power and support is going to come from this thing that's bigger than us. But I implore those who have a family to look at them and to hug them and to listen to them. I implore those who have friendships to reach out and to just check, to just listen to one another. This is a time where we cannot ignore how valuable just being alive is. Yes, we want to continue to grow economies. Yes, we want to be back and be social and celebrating. But ultimately, we want to do that with the best health possible. So I think that we have to start taking care of our mental, our physical, and then just the whole community collaboration aspect. We just need to sit back and listen and spend quality time with each other. It's not a time where we need to make everything okay in one day because it won't be. We need to face this and sort of rest in it, knowing that we won't be defeated by it.
Yeah, you're called a heart healer. Why? Why the heart healer?
Well, I think when I got started early on, one of the messages and responses I received more often than not was, "Thank you, Rob. You're really giving me the tools to help heal my heart."
Okay.
And I started looking at that from just a beautiful opportunity. You know, when people are going through breakdowns and disappointment, it feels like chaos. And the fact that I could bring some calm to that was really to me just a beautiful opportunity. And in that, I just adopted the moniker because I wanted people to know where to receive my words. They say, you know, they go from my ears to the heart, and I just wanted people to direct them to the place where they need it most. And so far, so good.
Yeah, we spoke about your first book earlier and how difficult it was getting sales. How do you bounce back from that? How do you stay motivated to write the books that you've written after not having such a phenomenal first sale?
Well, the beautiful thing is not to be on such a high horse that you assume that this is my first time doing something. Everybody's gonna rush to the shelves. It is a powerful step in a writer's journey to earn your reader. It is okay not to have a million people buy the first book, but if you write enough books, you're going to collect a million people over time. And my commitment to this space was not making sure my books flew off the shelves. It was actually making sure that people who read them got something from it. So rather than focused on the lack of sales, I focused on the few and how could I make sure those people now became ambassadors of the work that I'm really trying to do. I wouldn't try to limit what I know to one book. So I'm committed to writing 50 to try to catch people's eyes.
It's COVID-19 time, Rob, and every day people are telling people, look, you have to keep your head up, you have to be positive, we can get through this. What are your words to our viewers here in Jamaica about getting through this, because when the reality seems as if everything is just so overwhelming?
Well, I think as humans, we can allow this to be overwhelming for a moment. I think we can allow this to be an unprecedented situation that none of us have faced. And I think that we can breathe for a moment. I know that that seems dangerous. I know it seems like, well, what do we do? What do we do? Let's all feed into this nervous and anxiety energy. But I think that we have to do whatever we can to remind ourselves that we deserve some calm, even in the midst of this current chaos. Yes, calm might not be the answer if you have to pay a bill right now, but neither is worry. And we're gonna have to, just like I said, just decide I don't care whether you're learning how to exercise, whether you're learning new recipes, whether you're just going for a walk. It's just important for you to not ignore the fact that it's overwhelming, but to embrace the fact that it's overwhelming, but to not be defeated by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. So everyone has been in lockdown across the world in different countries. What have you been working on during the lockdown? Quick.
So I've been homeschooling. This has been a very interesting transition for my son. He's in sixth grade, middle school, and we have been working on English projects, science stuff. I think now that the teachers know that the students home, they said it double the work. But outside of that, I've had a fun writing schedule. I'm working on writing my first film. I also have another book that I'll be putting out in the fall, and then my most exciting project currently is I'm launching a writers boot camp. So it'll be a space where people can come, and I'll be able to work with them one-on-one, extremely intimately, and help them write, finish, and publish their book.
Awesome, Rob. We got to go, but if people want to find you, where do they go to find you?
To find me, I'm on all socials. That's Rob Hill Sr., ROBHILLSR. And then if you'd like to check out some of my books, I have some cool books here and here. They are on Babuco, BABUCO.shop. Thank you so much for having me as well.
Oh, thank you so much for speaking with us. Keep getting the homeschooling right.
Yeah, wish me luck on that part.
Yeah, you need it.
Tell my son, I'm not your teacher. I'm just trying to help out. Let me know.
Indeed.
Right.
Rob Hill Sr., author, motivational speaker, and Navy veteran.
How are you feeling today? Well, we are going to get interactive after this quick break. We'll soon come back.
We're not cooking.